guys, welcome back to my channel. So I just finished watching the final episode of Hawkeye. My reaction will be under my YouTube memberships. If you are new here and you do not know what that is, it is a few special perks for members only. And I've got two levels of memberships over there. Level 1 is for $2.99 and you get priority replies from me, special polls and live streams. Level 2 is for $4.99 and you get everything that level 1 has, plus you get all of my reactions to all the shows I watch, any movies I watch, and all of my uncut try not to laughs. So make sure you guys go and become members so you can see my reaction to all of these episodes. Now, first I've got to say that I enjoyed this episode and I did enjoy the series. I really, really did. I don't know how many people enjoyed it. I don't know if there was a lot of people who disliked it or hated it. I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't like, I wasn't like, oh, yo, this is crazy. Like, it wasn't like that for me, but it was really good. I really enjoyed myself. I loved, watching it and see how everything unfolded with Maya. Now that I see how everything unfolded with Maya, I can have a better understanding of Echo. But I also got a little bit of an understanding about Hawkeye. I knew that Hawkeye was Ronin in a past life. I knew that. And clearly, in the season, we see that he is still very much torn up about what happened with Black Widow, Natasha. So in this episode, we see that Yelena is still going after him. Kate is trying to figure out what the heck is going on with her mom, and I knew her mom wasn't no good. Like, after the second episode, I was like, you know what? Something's up with her mom. Now, I gotta say this. Let me get this out. I couldn't stand Jack this whole entire season, and it turns out that Jack wasn't a bad guy. Kate's mom was. So, sorry, Jack. But, I mean, still, he gave me the bad vibes. Didn't like it, but it's one of those things where when somebody gives you bad vibes the way he gave me bad vibes, you got the vibes with me throughout the whole season. Like, until you show me otherwise. And this episode clearly showed me that. So, I knew that Kate's mom was up to no good. I just didn't know what it was. But, whoa, I was not expecting all of this. She met up with Kingpin. She clearly was working for him because her husband, Kate's dad, was in some type of debt with Kingpin, so she had to pay off that debt. She actually is the one that killed Armand, which I was just like, what? Why? Like, I guess she had to do all these things to pay back the debt. Jack actually falsely got arrested for Sloan. He really didn't know anything about it. He took the fall for it. She framed him. And so she's sitting there telling Kingpin, now my daughter is back home and this is where I walk away. Like, the last thing that she wants is for her daughter to get mixed up in all of this, but she has no idea how mixed up she already is with Hawkeye. And at this point, she doesn't know that her daughter knows everything that's going on. So this clearly got Kingpin really upset. So she ends up walking away. Now, as for Maya believes Clint when Clint told her, your boss sent me to kill your father. Why Kingpin wanted to kill her father, I don't know. Maybe that's something that's going to come out in Echo. I haven't seen all of Echo. I only saw the first episode. So now I can go into Echo with a much better understanding when it comes to Maya and Kingpin. But, Kate is really torn up about this whole thing with her mom, and she's trying to call her, and Clinton's like, no, calm down. This is way out of your league type of thing. And then he tries to calm her down, and he finally tells her, we're partners. Your mess is my mess. And I was like, oh, isn't that sweet? And that kind of perks her up. So now they get ready for war. So Kingpin is really upset about Kate's mom walking away. Now, Maya now knows the truth. So she goes back to Kingpin. She tells Kingpin, I'm going to take a few days off if that's okay. I'm in and out of my head. I need to calm down. My bad. In so many words. And Kingpin's like, sure, of course, I love you. And, she gets ready to walk away, and he stops her and tells her that he loves her. And she leaves. And at that moment, he realizes she's done. She's all set. She turned on us. She knows. Now he's pissed off because Maya's turning her back. Eleanor, he's like, Eleanor, this Eleanor lady or whatever, just walked away like she works at Saks. And he's really upset now. So now he's sending the guy who seems to be the love interest, or whoever he is supposed to be. I don't know who he's supposed to be to Maya, but Kingpin's basically like, well, you know what you got to do now. You got to go kill her, right? So now Clint and Kate are now working together to take all these guys down. So they're sitting there making all these crazy arrows, and I don't know if this means anything, but you can see that he was using Stark technology for his arrows. I don't know if that means anything or not to anyone, but I just noticed it. So I'm like, okay, I noticed it. Let me mention that, which was really interesting. And they were getting ready to go to this big holiday party, and everybody's supposed to be there. Everybody who's anybody. So they end up going there, and Jack's out of jail, and Jack is walking around with his sword. And at this point, I still don't know which way he's going. The mom's not there no more, or she's not there yet. Yelena ends up showing up. The people who are, the waiters or whatever, is the crew, the Viking crew. The LARPing, I forgot how you call it. But they're all working the party because they're trying to take these guys down. Meanwhile, the guy who was supposed to go after Maya is on one of the buildings on the other side, trying to take down Clint. Now you got him trying to take down Clint. Yelena shows up trying to take down Clint. Kate is trying to keep her mom in one spot. Her mom shows up, and she's telling her, she shows her the video, she knows. Jack doesn't know anything at this point. Now I realize Jack is not a bad guy because he is completely lost. So she goes, and all of a sudden, this guy's just shooting at all the windows. There's complete chaos everywhere. And everybody's running all over the place. At some point, Yelena and Kate are in an elevator. And Kate is trying to stop her from killing Clint. And it's not working. And, they're having their back and forth, which to me was a little funny, because Kate got real childish and pressed all the buttons in the elevator. And so at this point, they both run out, try to find Clint. After she ends up fighting her throughout, like, this whole office floor, and Yelena jumps out the window, ends up, trying to get to Clint. She fired a couple of shots, couldn't get him. Here comes Kate, trying to go after Yelena, or I think she was trying to save Clint. I don't know. But she jumps out of this window too. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this girl's absolutely insane. She makes it. She makes it all the way down to the ground floor. But now there's like this huge fight scene. So now all of the tracksuit guys are coming out of everywhere. The people, the Viking crew, are trying to evacuate everybody, and it's just not working out. So they go and they change into their Viking gear. Now all of a sudden they can fight. They think they're Avengers. I don't know. So now you see Clint. He ends up jumping out of the window because all these tracksuit guys are running after him where he's at. He gets into a fight with the main guy who's after Maya. And he ends up jumping out the window and he lands in the tree, the huge Rockefeller Center tree. He comes across an owl, which I don't know what the point is of the owl being there, but whatever. I guess it kind of worked. So Kate ends up getting what she needs to get. She gets him out of there by taking the tree down. So now he's in the middle of a big skating rink. And he's starting to get attacked by all the tracksuit guys. And she comes in sliding through, which I thought was pretty cool. I thought it was cool the way she came on the scene in the skating rink, shooting her arrows, having his back. Now they're going to battle. And there's this huge fight scene with them two against the tracksuit guys. And I actually enjoyed that fight scene very, very much. I enjoyed watching all these crazy things happen with all the different arrows and how they took down all the guys. And the very last one, there was a truck. One of the trucks was coming over the skating rink, and one of the arrows made it smaller. But after that, was it after that or before that? Anyway, Kate fights Kingpin. Kate is trying so hard because so Eleanor's trying to get away. Jack is running after her. They end up in the car. Here comes Kingpin. Got her in the car, trying to get her. Kate comes through, tries to save her mom. She gets into a fight with Kingpin, which I don't know how to feel about that, because for me in this fight scene with her and Kingpin, she wasn't doing anything spectacular. He broke all of her arrows. He was flinging her around like a rag doll. I guess I like the fact that she really kept trying. Like she definitely was determined to protect her mom and take him down. And at one point, she did that little trick that Clint showed her with this little whatever trinket she had in her hand, and she made the arrows go off, and it took Kingpin down. But he ended up disappearing. So she ends up leaving. Now, Yelena catches up to Clint, and they're in the middle of the ice skating rink fighting, but they have a heart-to-heart moment in this part because she doesn't believe that Natasha made her choice and she sacrificed herself. She just did not want to believe it. And I mean, she was beating Clint up to the point where she stopped and she was just like, you know, you're lying. And he was like, she made her choice. And, you know, they had their moment where they both told each other how they felt. It was kind of heartfelt when he started whistling their secret whistle. I thought that was pretty sweet. She was like, how do you know that? You know, and I think that kind of broke the ice a little bit with them, because she understood, you know, how close they really were for her to, you know, trust him with stuff like that and talk about her sister. You know, so she spared him. She left. Maya ends up getting into a fight with the guy. I don't know if this is supposed to be her love interest or a brother-like kind of guy. I don't know. But she ends up getting into a fight with him, because he's sent to kill her, because obviously Kingpin feels like she just turned her back. And she ends up killing him. He tells her to leave. She's tying up a loose end. She comes across Kingpin. Kingpin is just like, you know, trying to apologize to her, and she shoots him. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Wow. I was like, because he ended up disappearing from the toy store. I don't know how he ended up in that alley, but she shoots him. And I'm like, huh, that's interesting. But hence why he has that scar on his eye. But I don't think I missed anything. So Clint ends up going home, taking the dog and Kate with him, and lo and behold, he got his hands on the watch. The watch actually belonged to his wife. And when she turned the watch around, I noticed that the symbol in the back of the watch was the shield symbol. I remember that from Monica Rambeau's, symbol on her outfit or whatever. And I'm like, So I'm like, was she an agent too? Like that kind of just like, that kind of left that a little open, but not, you know what I mean? I don't know why they left it there with the watch situation, but I thought that was really interesting. And of course, at the end, Clint finalizes everything with Ronan, burns the suit, and that was it. And he made it home for Christmas, which was really nice. And that was it. I think the end, there was a post-credit scene, which was not even a scene. It was just the Broadway show of the Avengers or whatever. I don't think I missed anything else other than that. But I think I give Hawkeye 3.5 out of 5 toodles. Only because it didn't wow me. It didn't blow me out of my shoes. But I really did enjoy myself. It's above average. I really liked each episode. I liked how now I can connect this to Echo. I have a much better understanding of it. I enjoyed, seeing how Clint dealt with the loss of Natasha and how he came to terms with the fact that he's got to move forward. I did like the interaction he had with Kate. I like the closure that him and Yelena had, if that is even closure, if you can call it closure. But yeah, 3.5 out of 5 toodles for Hawkeye. That's what I give it. I enjoyed myself. I really enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below. Let me know if you enjoyed my review. If you enjoyed Hawkeye, let me know. Let me know what you guys give it. Let me know, what you guys think. What was your favorite part? If you liked it, disliked it, why did you dislike it? Leave your comments down below and let me know your thoughts. And if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel, hit like, share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. I'll see you guys later. Toodles!